everybody, I'm Vicky, creator of If the Stitch Fits, Wear It. And today's project, we are making this very cute wallet with 6 pockets and a Velcro fasten. So for this project, you will need 5 pieces of fabric cut 8.5 by 4.5, 2 pieces of fabric cut 3 by 3, and 2 pieces of interfacing, the Velcro, and 1 piece of interfacing is going to fit in the center of your 3 by 3. The other piece of interfacing is going to sit in the center of your 8.5 by 4.5 main piece of fabric. So you're going to want to cut this interfacing at about 8 by 4 so that it fits in the center, slightly smaller than the main piece of fabric. And we're going to get started in a minute. Okay, so I'm standing here at my ironing board because the first step that I want to do is to iron my interfacing to the main pieces of my fabric. And it's only 2 pieces of interfacing that I'm going to iron to the wrong side of the interface of the main fabric. Little tip, when you are applying your interfacing to the wrong side of your fabric, use steam. It'll help it to adhere to the fabric a lot better. I'm going to use this towel to just go over the interfacing first. And I have my iron set on high heat. And I'm just going to do both of those that way. See, it's not sticking very well right now, but when I use that steam on it, hopefully it's going to get better and it's going to stick a lot better. So now I'm just going to use a little steam. And now it's really starting to stick to the fabric. There you go. And I'll do the same with the second piece. And now it's sticking really well. And then I'm just going to use the towel to iron over it and make sure it's really down and nice and neat. All right, and let's start the rest of the project. So we have our interfacing applied to the wrong side of our fabric. So we're just gonna set these pieces aside for just a second. And this piece right here is gonna be on the inside of my wallet. It's gonna be on the back of the wallet. So now these other 3 pieces are the pockets. So you wanna take the other 3 pieces that you have, and you can save one for last. We'll stitch that on later. But take the other 2 pockets and fold them right sides together, just like that, and stitch the opening with about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Just stitch them just the way they are, and then we are going to apply it to the back of the wallet, which is this piece of fabric right here. So I'm going to go and stitch these down, and I'll be right back. So now I have my 2 pockets stitched down, and I already ironed them out nice and neat. Now what I want to do is take the inside of the back of the wallet and place my pockets. Make sure that your fabric is facing right side up, so it's facing you, and take the 2 pockets that you've already stitched and place 1 pocket about 1 inch from the edge of the back of the wallet. So right about 1 inch down. And then you're going to take the second pocket and place it 1/2 inch from the top of the first pocket, right about there. And now what you want to do is go ahead and stitch those in place. So you're going to stitch on the about a 1/4 inch on that first pocket, and then about a 1/4 inch on this pocket, and just stitch those down the way they are right now. And I'm going to go ahead and pin mine. and then stitch it down. So now your project should look like this. You have your pockets stitched into place on the back side of your wallet. So now what you want to do is take the third pocket that you set aside, and you want to fold that one wrong sides together. And then you're just going to place it at the edge of the wallet at the bottom. And now you want to take your entire wallet, make sure your edges are lined up, and take your wallet and stitch all 3 edges of the pockets down, and then find the center point of your wallet and stitch down the center point of that line through the pockets. So you just want to fold it, make sure your edges on this side line up, and this is your center line through the pockets that you're going to stitch on. And go ahead and stitch that all together. So now your project should look like this. You have your pockets stitched into place, so you have 6 pockets right there. All right. And now what you want to do is you can set this aside for a minute, and the 2 squares that you already adhered your interfacing to, you're going to take these, and with right sides together, you're going to stitch these 2 pieces together and kind of stitch around the shape of your interfacing. It's a kind of rounded shape at the top and then straight at the bottom. And I freehanded that, so don't even worry about it if you get it wrong. But when you're stitching around those curves of the interfacing, learn to pivot with your fabric. So that means to pick up your presser foot, just raise the presser foot while the needle is still in the fabric, and turn your fabric along with the curves of your fabric design, and that will help it to actually shape the fabric when you turn it right side out. So I'm just going to stitch along that interfacing, pivoting to the design of the curves, and just stitch around the 3 sides and leave that bottom side open. Okay, so I have my 2 squares stitched together, and I've already turned it right side out and ironed it. And the shape of it actually came out pretty decent because I did pivot over the curves that I put into the interfacing. So the shape of it actually looks pretty good. So now you're going to take that and stitch it to the edge of your wallet. Just stitch it. You can leave a little bit hanging off the side to make sure that it's actually stitched down when you put it all together. So just take a little bit and hang it over the side and then stitch it into place right there. And now your project should look like this. You have your pockets in place and you have your flap in place. Now you're going to take the piece that you ironed your interfacing onto, and you're going to take your back of the wallet and put them right sides together. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky only because you still haven't applied your Velcro, right? So now what you want to do is you want to stitch your wallet all together. But I'm leaving you an option because if you want to machine stitch your Velcro down, you can stitch halfway around your wallet and then turn it right side out and figure out exactly where your flap is going to meet up with the back of the wallet, figure out where exactly it falls, and then stitch your Velcro on. Just turn it back to the wrong side, stitch the Velcro on, and then continue to stitch around the entire wallet. But if you want to hand stitch the Velcro in, then just go ahead and stitch around the sides, leaving one side open so that you can turn it all right side out when you're done. But if you want to machine sew your Velcro on, stop at that halfway point, just stitch along those 3 edges, stopping at the halfway point, turn it right side out, figure out where that button is gonna lay when you fold your flap over, and then machine stitch the Velcro on, which is actually what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stitch around. Make sure that your flap is sandwiched in and both pieces are right sides together, which means it looks like this, and you can see that interfacing because your pieces are right sides together. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop at the midpoint, turn it right side out, and figure out where my Velcro is supposed to go. And I'm gonna machine stitch it on and then turn it back the wrong side and continue to stitch, leaving that one side open so I can pull out the project right side out when I'm all done. So now your wallet is all done, all right? So I placed my Velcro. I figured out where I wanted it exactly to lay. And the last step that I did, I left this edge open and I turned my project right side out. So I stitched it up and then I top stitched around the edge of the entire wallet. And now I can close it up with my Velcro, or you can use a snap button or a regular button. But now you just have this super cute wallet to take with you wherever you go. 6-hole pockets. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and if you did, hit like and subscribe for notifications to future classes, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.